Police in Anaheim have arrested a suspect in the gruesome murder of two men found in an apartment right next to Angel Stadium.
Yeah, the suspect was with those two men when police arrived. Ed Lascos joining us live tonight with details. Ed.
And developing right now, police say this was a targeted attack, not random, but a targeted attack, a deadly double murder. Quick look over here. We want to show you the coroner has arrived and the gruesome site now. They are boarding up a lot of these front windows here, and they've stopped a lot of the tenants from going into the apartment building as they're going to be removing slowly the bodies of the two victims here, taking them to the morgue. The other breaking news as part of this story, police say now they have made an arrest. The man found inside that apartment along with the two victims. That man now is in custody, under arrest, facing a charge of murder ×2. Here's more. The front lobby of the Stadium House Apartments. The neon lights inside say live life, but that thought turned into a nightmare up in a 5th floor apartment.
Homicide detectives have determined that the surviving subject that was removed from the apartment when initial responding officers arrived on scene is most likely responsible for the double murder that took place here. Investigators
find 2 men dead in that apartment, a 3rd man injured, and he is now the prime suspect. ID'd as 26-year-old Rami Fahim of Irvine. His car found in a nearby parking lot, and Ring video shows a man that appears to be the subject walking through the hallways of the building just before the deadly attack.
But what I can tell you is it was a pretty extensive crime scene with a lot of physical evidence, and it was a pretty violent crime scene as well.
A violent crime, the sergeant says, with a large knife used as the murder weapon.
Were you so close? Do you know what apartment your co-worker lives?
This man hit with emotion as he hears about the double murder, claiming to be a co-worker of one of the victims he says worked at the Pence Financial Company. All this happening in an upscale apartment complex right across the parking lot from Angel Stadium in an exclusive area of the city called the Platinum Triangle, with all its new apartments, offices, and restaurants, the very last place some say you'd expect to be hit with a double murder.
Well, we've lived here 5 years. We have 2 kids. Always felt safe. Everything's been pretty fine.
It was surprising. This building is one of the more quiet buildings we would have, that we would have such a violent incident here. But again, this does appear to be an isolated incident that was targeted, so nothing to suggest that this was a random act.
Now, did you hear the sergeant there? An isolated incident. It was not a random attack, stressing there is no threat to the public here in this upscale area, known as one of the safest parts in all the city. As far as the motive as to why this happened, well, the friend who came by claimed to be a co-worker of one of the victims said he thought it was all over a workplace incident that turned violent, but the motive as to why is still part of the big part of the investigation that detectives are working on this late hour. For now, we are live here in Anaheim. Back to both of you we go.